Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Mythic Legion's Figura Obscura Jersey Devil figure from Four Horsemen Studio. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure is impressive as all hell. It is definitely a presence on the shelf. It's very tall, and we'll get to that obviously in size comparisons, but beyond that, it's all long limbs. And, kind of similar to how Frankenstein's creature was. It's just, very kind of lanky, I guess you could say. It works. I mean, especially as a kind of Four Horsemenified Jersey Devil, where obviously I think the actual Jersey Devil is supposed to be pretty short. Not as impressive as a figure. So here we got this big, imposing, elk sort of deal going on, and just it looks really good. Off, not too much paint on the body. It's black base, and it looks like there's a little bit of dry brushing of kind of a grayish purple. I'm not sure how much that's coming up on camera, but very, very nice, very solid, tight sculpt. Then we get the furry legs. You can see that the torso, this hip piece rather, is separate from the torso. Then we get more that sculpt and kind of a darker dry. I guess there are kind of three layers going on here. It's like brown as a base. There's a lighter brown kind of brushed in there, and then there's some darker, like black or gray, to kind of bring out some of the deeper details. So very, very nice looking in person. A lot of dimension going on. We get the hooves with beautiful sculpt on, just a little bit of black paint. Get the bottoms sculpted as well. Then we get the head sculpt, and again, kind of a more Legionsified version of the Jersey Devil, but it does work. We get these little tusky teeth here at the bottom, these piercing red eyes. Get that kind of dark brown, which blends in very, very nicely with the fur at the collar. So you can see more of that dry brushing, kind of bring out all of that fur sculpt. These horns are nice and intricate. It's really cool, kind of cream base that's been darkened up by a couple different layers of paint. If I could actually keep that in frame, that'd be nice. So good stuff going on there. Then we get the wings, and these are this beautiful amber translucent plastic. Trying to meld my words together there. So we get the black base here for the kind of finger parts of the wings, and then as you can see, you can actually see my hand waving behind there. So getting some light behind that's definitely going to break that out even more. It's really cool stuff. And then finally we get the tail, which has this kind of fork going on at the end. And that is all bendy, but we'll get to that in a couple sections. So yeah, really impressive looking figure. Relatively straightforward here with the accessories, but that's not a bad thing. So starting off with the hands. So we do get a pair of clawed hands right out of the box. Then we get, I'm gonna knock everything over apparently. We get a pair of grips. Then we get two different head sculpts. We'll see if I can not knock everything over in my background this time. So we do get that standard kind of stoic head, just our neutral face, beautiful sculpt. It's going. Then we get a screaming face. The sculpt on this is unreal. Just really, really good. Lots of just intensity going on there. The inside of the mouth is painted beautifully. So you can see that kind of pink base with, again, a dark wash over it. Very, very nice. Super sharp teeth as well. Actually not, a little bit. Actually, you could draw blood. So that's the second head. Then we do get this skull for the Jersey Devil. That is a head sculpt, so you can see you can pop that on a figure. So pretty nice going on there. We don't see the horns or anything like that, but it's pretty cool. Then we get, speaking of bones, a couple of weapons. So we do get this large femur with some wrapping around it. I'm pretty sure that's a femur anyway. Correct me if I'm incorrect there. And then this giant ass jaw. So very crazy looking, especially there. So you see it's some sort of, looks like some sort of, I forget the actual technical term, but deer style animal. It's really cool looking, especially with the yellow on the teeth. Just some great sculpt and paint going on there. Just beautiful stuff. Then we get a stand. I did not secure mine yet. Just basic kind of really gross color brown. Then you get this adjustable metal piece right here. So you can get there, you can go all the way down depending on what you're trying to do. So very, very nice. This comes apart. There are a couple of screws that come with the figure that will just secure that in place. And then finally, as we've gotten with all the Figura Obscura figures, we do get a lore book. So as you can see, Jersey Devil, Figura Obscura on the back there. Take it out. And usually just really good at giving background on the creature, whatever it is. So you can see that you got a map of the Jersey, all that. It's just really cool artwork all the way through. Yeah, that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here actually super nice. I put it in this freestanding kick expecting it to fall over, had to walk away and do something, and it's been here for a good solid 5 minutes. And that's crazy. I'm not holding it up there with the tail or the wings, just like I just knocked into it, still didn't fall over. That is impressive as hell. Yeah, that kind of I had some early frustrations, which we'll talk about, but that definitely helps negate that. So yeah, really good there. When we get to the head, we are on a barbell joint, so we can look up / forward about that far. We can look down, can tilt side to side, can rotate. That does come off super easy, which was kind of an early frustration. So you can see that double ball. It's not so much a barbell. And if you want to see how the skull fits on there, so there's that. That's how that looks. So for those of you that are curious, so that would be the head. Then we get down to move the wings out of the way here. And is that going to hold in, which is again one of the frustrations. Yep, so arm can hinge up, not quite to a full T, but definitely close. We get single jointed elbows, circling to 90. We are rotating. We do get hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. Then we get a ball joint here at the waist, so we can actually crunch really, really nicely. If I can find a way to show that off properly. There we go. So we get a lot of forward, a whole ton of back, some nice side to side as well. We get rotation, so just really a lot of freedom going on there. Then the hips, as with most legions, we are coming all the way out into full splits. Positively beautiful. Front kick, get that big boot, pretty much full 90. We do have a thigh swivel. We have double jointed knees, bringing us to here. I'm gonna voice one of my frustrations here because you can see that like some of the glue or paint or whatever was definitely stuck here. So I gotta find a way to fix that, find the right shade of paint. Also the kneecaps fell off. I've re-glued this one in particular about 3 or 4 times. So just be careful of that. Definitely careful with handling. So it is a risk, but you know, they've been holding on now, knock on wood. So there's that. Hinge and swivel here at the top of the foot. So we can get beautiful point going on. Come there, go up to 90, can rotate the toes, the hooves, come down, come up, get some excellent rocker, and then the wings. So those are our standard wings that we've been seeing with a lot of Legion stuff. So we get a hinge there, so we can go all the way back, all the way forward. We do get a hinge here too at the wing, so we can go all the way out and unfurl. Really nice stuff. The right wing for mine does pop out a lot. You can see it's kind of loose in there. I think I overheated the plastic, so don't do that. And then finally we get the tail that's just kind of ports in, is separate when you get the figure, and that is bendy wires. That'll go wherever you want. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here they are with some other Mythic Legions. With some domestics. With some imports. With some other monsters. Finally, with yours truly in human form in both 1/18 and 1/12 scale. So my final thoughts on the Mythic Legions Figura Obscura Jersey Devil from Four Horsemen Studio is that this is a really badass figure. It's just an awesome cryptid to kind of kick off, I guess, that section of Figura Obscura. Hopefully we see a lot more. Me and a lot of other people call him for Mothman, so like hopefully they go in that direction. But for this figure in particular, just really great details, awesome articulation. The balance is much better than I was expecting. So again, Four Horsemen just absolutely kill it. There were more QC issues with this than I've had with past Mythic Legions, especially with the stuff with the knees. Again, I think the back with the wing is on me for overheating it before I put the wing in. But still holding, which again speaks to the level of quality that they put out. So yeah, fully recommend this. They did initial drop, that sold out. And then I believe they're doing a second one. I think they just announced it today as I'm recording this, but it's probably passed as of when this video goes up. So I apologize there. But beyond that, hopefully you're able to find one in the secondary market if you're looking for it. Beyond that, I just hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If that's the case, I hope to see you back here, because I do reviews every week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's just escape the world for a while, talk about some nice plastic, and at the end of the day, I just hope you're well. Hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.